Is it homophobic of me to not care about genders and pronouns? Not caring about others' sexuality and gender is completely normal and encouraged. Being disrespectful to people trying to engage with you is not. I don't care at all. Even when I thought that I had an opinion about it, I just asked the individual's name and referred to them that way. Most people who are non-binary will use they/them pronouns. The more obscure pronouns are so uncommon even among queer folk. You're highly unlikely to encounter someone who uses them. It's very niche, fringe. Even if you do meet someone like this, there's a good chance this person is also okay with they/them pronouns. Basically, there's nothing to worry about. I don't think homophobic is the right word. No. I think as long as you're not a bigoted asshole about it, which it doesn't sound like you are, then there shouldn't be a problem. Even as a trans guy, the first can't stand neopronouns. Call me what you wish. Probably off for this. But I am not going to refer you with Phi or God as your pronoun. No joke, have come across Phaself, Fairy, and Godself. I'm a bit the same. I'm fine with people being gay or trans or whatever, but I don't identify as any of those things myself. I won't bring up pronouns when I meet someone, but if someone has preferred pronouns, I'm happy to oblige. But I don't care enough to include my own preferred pronouns in my profile on any platform or in my work email signature, because it's obvious to anyone who has met me that I'm male. As for neopronouns like z, them, or whatever they are, I don't understand what they mean, and I'm not sure that I want to understand. Horrible human beings don't think to themselves, I hope I'm not a horrible person. You are a good person with lots of empathy. There's nothing wrong with expanding your vocabulary and learning about things you don't understand. You don't need to learn everything. You can take it slow and only learn about the things that directly affect you. It's okay. If it's any consolation, I'm part of the LGBTQ+, and I have yet to learn about the Z pronouns, because I've never encountered someone with them. But it's never too late to learn, and the biggest motivation for me is knowing one day when I do meet someone who used those pronouns, I'll actually know what I'm talking about and won't be lost. Lol. Whatever your reason is for learning doesn't matter. What matters is that you learned it all. I mean, as long as you are respectful and polite towards someone and acclimate them. I don't see anything wrong with your attitude. You are trying and listen when people correct you. Not everyone gets really involved with or excited about the different sexualities and neopronouns that come out, and that's okay. In my mother tongue, we don't have gendered pronouns, so it's quite interesting to me seeing these problems pop up due to how the English language works. If I was in a professional setting, yes, I'd respect whatever word you wanted. But if I'm out and about, say at a bar or something, and we happen to strike up conversation and you proceeded to tell me right off the bat I was disrespecting them by calling them he, she, they, I'd simply just walk away. There are times and places that I'm required to learn it, but when I'm living my own life, doing my own thing, I'm not required to be your friend or vice versa. I'd just keep doing my own thing and not pursue any more conversation. I've been called homophobic for that, but I'm not against it or afraid of it. I'd just sooner not get involved. I understand if you feel weird about having to learn new made-up words like them. Just play it safe, and whenever you are not sure, use gender-neutral language like they, them. That's normal English and prevents you from being disrespectful towards someone who is struggling with their identity. All these new made-up pronouns are fucking stupid anyway. Indifference is not and should not be interpreted as hate, at least in this instance. No. I'm gay and my girlfriend is trans and we talk about how neopronouns and UWU validity are bullshit. All the time. Sucks to be lumped in with the nonsense, especially for her, but you know. At a certain point it's teenagers trying out the craziest shit they can think of for attention. The same way they dress in outlandish ways and get impulsive haircuts. The vast majority of adult non-binary people in adult queer spaces call themselves non-binary. You do get some agenders. But that's also a pretty straightforward concept. And the vast majority use they, them, he, they, or she, they. Inventing obscure genders and demanding to be addressed as crazy pronouns is usually a teenager or at oldest early 20s kid who spends way too much time on the internet thing. Although there are exceptions. Always call people what they ask as a matter of courtesy. But also understand there is a good chance that anyone doing truly crazy shit is quite possibly having the gender version of the teenage bad haircut phase and will outgrow it. Especially when they get a big kid job and realize they will have asked the managing partner of a law firm to call them plant self with a straight face. So cut them some slack. You did stuff like that too. It's part of figuring out your own identity as you grow up.
No. No.
You don't need to oblige any new pronouns. Just respect the he, her, they options. You don't have to care. You just have to respect it. It's etiquette. But for whatever newfangled thing someone comes up with like xir. No. You can just safely stick to they, them, and have all your bases both grammatically and politically covered. I wish we could just use they, them for everyone and be done with it. Gender is not relevant in how we address people. Thanks so much for asking the question I always wanted to ask literally.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. PhattCakes is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.